Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is in your time, by the time you're watching this video, I'm greeting. My name is Anna and welcome to my life. I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a daughter, I'm a healthcare worker that resides in the United States. So today we talk about diabetes. So, how many of us know our status? Have you checked your A1C? Have you gone to hospital or have you gone to the lab to know your status? Especially those of us that have diabetes in our family. So, if your father or your mom, your aunt, your any of your relatives have died due to blood sugar problem, so it's like 50% or 25% chances that you will have it in your blood. So it is very, very important for every one of us to check your blood sugar to know your status. It doesn't cost that much compared to the damage uncontrolled blood sugar will cause to our organs, to our health, to our nerves. So today we talk about diabetes and how it affects our body. So when people with diabetes, sometimes your body may not be producing enough insulin, or your cell can't utilize the insulin that is in your blood, so your bloodstream. So what happened is instead of your cell using it, then the sugar will be in your bloodstream. That is when somebody check your blood sugar, or you check your blood sugar early morning, you haven't eaten anything, is reading like above 110. That is not good. When we have not eaten anything all night, we wake up, should be between 70 to 100. So that's why when we are talking about it today, when you have a family history of diabetes, so it is always good for you to know your status, especially when you're turning like 40 years. When we are 40, we are not old, we are not too young. But I always think like from 40 years old, or from late 35, let me say like 35 years old to 50. By this time, we can do damage control. We can be able to save ourselves or our life from how we have been eating before, the way we have been living our life. Like when you're young, when you are like, let me say like on after 20, or from 20 in America here is 21. That is the legal age to drink alcohol. People, you will be drinking alcohol, you will be eating like anyhow without knowing like the life have expiration date. So today I'm here to remind us it is always good for you to know your status, especially when you have this disease in your family. So some people have type 1 diabetes, and some people have type 2. But both of them is not a good news for anyone to have. So at a point in life, our cell will stop responding to insulin. Okay, so then it will be too much blood sugar in our system, in our bloodstream, because our system stop using them. So by that time, if you don't have medication that control that, or you don't have diet that control that, there will be a time like you can use diet to control it. Like if your A1C has been from 5.8 to let me say at least to 6 or 6.2 or 6.5, by that time, like, you can use diet to control that. You have opportunity. Even if your A1C has been like 8 points or 9 points, with strict diet, you can always redeem yourself. But what happens when we don't know? We don't know, we are not sure if we have it or not, and we keep eating anyhow, we keep behaving anyhow. So what happened? That will now lead to organ failures, like it will affect our heart, our kidney. It will even affect our nerves, you know. So it's always good for you to know your status. So in this life, every man and woman God created have expiration date. One day is going to be that day. You will go to sleep. You may not be able to wake up. Or one day is going to be that day. You will go out. You went to do your regular job and you won't be able to return home. Or, nobody knows the end. Nobody knows the hour, according to how the Bible told us, So that's why I'm asking you. So how are you preparing? How are you preparing your body to make sure you don't age bad, or to make sure you live longer? Some of us, you have all those diseases in your family, and you look at your parents, you're spending money trying to buy them drugs, try to take them to so many hospitals. But you forget to know that if this disease is taking my father or my mom down, is by and by I have 50% chances that I will have the same disease. So if you're really aware of that, then that is the time you start making some adjustments. How you live and how you eat and all those stuff. So the purpose of this call today, of this video today, is for us to know that every man or woman will go one way or the other, but we have opportunity to slow down our departure on this planet Earth. We have opportunity to choose how fast we go or how slow we will go. So that's why I'm urging every one of us, try to go to the hospital to check your status, to check how your body is doing, to check if your family, if you have any disease in your family, try to check it. So diabetes is one thing, like when the blood sugar is too much in your bloodstream, it destroys everything. It destroys your heart, it destroys your kidney, it destroys a lot of things. And if you're the type that you don't go to hospital, when you sometimes people have kidney failure or kidney problem, you have opportunity for it to be cured, because it detected very early. Some people take medication and they will be fine. Some people go on dialysis and after they will be fine. Some people can have a donor and they will be fine. But what happened to you when you don't know, when you don't go to hospital, when you're living your life as if to say you're the control of your own life? What happened? I believe in prayers. Prayers is good. But even God that order us to be praying, that the same God is the one that give us all the medication we are taking. Yes. So God gave somebody brain for them to know that if they mix these two drugs together or one drug together, it can heal this disease, or he can heal us through those medication. So I'm urging all of us to be able to take care of yourself. Check yourself to know your status. In that way, it will not lead to vision loss. Yes, when you have a sugar problem, people can lose their sight too, because of that too much blood sugar that is in the bloodstream. It can happen. Some people can, lose even their, like, I remember there was a friend of mine that it was just like the leg. She was she bumped her toes on the stone. That was it. That was never cured. It led to cutting the toes, and from cutting the toes, cutting the foot, and from foot, and it didn't end well. So let's try to know our status, especially if you are no longer in your 20s, especially if you have family members that is in their early 40s, or that is 40. So you can as well urge them to go and be tested to know the status of their A1C. is always good, because if you love someone, you should be able to love the person, to give them good advice about their health. Because if you love someone and at the end the person die early because you didn't tell them about remind them about taking care of themselves, about checking their blood sugar and all those things. So what do you think is will happen? So it's always good to talk about it. It's better to tell someone about something than later you don't tell the person and something bad happen. Then you'll be like, oh my God, if I had known. In Igbo we say like oyim na m gwara gị agwa bụ ezigbo oyi, mana na ọkwa na m mara nke agwa gị bụ ajọ. In other words, so a friend that said I told you is a good friend, but the friend that said, oh, if I had known I would have told you, that is a bad friend. So because no information is power. There's no information like you say is too much. Share it. It's better you share those information and the person didn't take it. That is not for you to be blamed. At least your conscience will be clear when bad things happen. So let's learn how to take care of our body, because by and by we will go, we will depart, we will die one day. But our prayers for us to be able to live longer. So there's no need of, you have suffered, you have married, you have kids and all those stuff. You are not going to be there to take care of them, to be their mother and to do all those stuff. So there's no need of that. So let's try to help one another, to help our family, to help our brothers and our sisters, to help our nieces and our nephews, to make sure their moms are alive, to make sure they stay alive, to raise them. So especially if you have those family members, they don't listen. You tell them one thing from one ear, you go out from another ear. So if you have those kind of stubborn family members, you always have to try your best to make sure you do your part. So if anything bad happen, you won't be crying because you didn't tell them. You will be crying because you miss them. You won't be able to see them anymore, not because if you had known. So that is what I'm trying to urge every one of us today, for us to start. If you're those people that you don't go to see your doctor, like in America here, most job will help you to have health insurance. When you have health insurance, you can always go to the doctor. Sometimes you pay like few money, like co-payment, even your medication. It's always good to utilize those opportunities we have. But do you know that there's even, I have seen somebody, the person is paying for health insurance, and for 2 years she haven't gone to see her primary care. She's taking like forever to go. So things happen, even though we are here in abroad. There's people that still live without going to the doctor. So let's try to remind one another to go and see our doctor, especially if you're married. When you're married, marriage is not only just for making babies. It's for you guys to be able to help each other, help one another. Ask your spouse, have you gone to see the doctor? Every year we do like physical. Some people are good in just calling their doctor, because last 2 months I came to do 1 or 2 things. I just need a note from my doctor for work, especially when you're too familiar with your doctor. The doctor will just write those things. You're paying for those insurance. Every year, try to run all the blood tests you can possibly do, to tell you if your body or if any part of your organ is getting weak or need work or whatever it is. Try to do so, because as we are doing so, we'll be able to detect any disease early, because a stitch in time saves 9. When you find out you have a disease early, that is a good thing, because that disease you have chances of curing those diseases with medication, diet, and prayers, and every other thing. Yes, that is what I'm trying to tell us. So, to my amazing fans, my subscribers, I'm so sorry I haven't been able to post anything for a while now. I lost a family member that it was so hard for me to deal with it. Even up till now, we are still mourning. So that's why I haven't been able to post any video. And I'm sorry I have been away from you guys, but I'm back. And I'm sorry. And thank you so much for always supporting me. And don't forget to leave a message in the box if you want me to talk about any topic, or click and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And don't forget to share this message, because let's save our families, let's save people we can save, let's save our friends, by going to medical checkup. Please, thank you, and God bless you all.